Good morning, you guys. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. All right. I want to let you know that no matter how hard something gets, it's going to get better. Okay. And I know sometimes in the moment it feels like it's not going to get better. You might be feeling like you're doing everything that you possibly can to achieve that goal of yours. Maybe you want to buy a house, maybe you want to lose weight, maybe you want to fix your credit, maybe you want to start a business, maybe you want to change career paths, maybe you want to start a family. I don't know what it is for you, right? I don't know what it is that you're struggling with, but I promise you that it's always going to work out in the end. And sometimes we see it as it's not working out. Like maybe that relationship that we wanted to work didn't work, right? So in your mind, you're like, oh well, it failed. I want you to change your mindset on it. Did it fail or was it the best outcome? I don't believe that relationships and friendships or sexual ships, like whatever it is, I don't believe relationships that are for you end. I believe that relationships that are not necessarily for you are the ones that end, right? People get into disagreements, people may not see eye to eye all the time, but at the end of the day, if that person is meant to be in your life, then they'll be in your life. If that situation was supposed to work out, it'll work out. And I don't want you to spend all of your time, all of your free time worrying and feeling anxious and feeling sad and frustrated because you're not getting the outcome that you, in that moment, think that you should be getting. Okay? I promise you that it'll work out. Now, sometimes we have a tendency to think that we're giving it our all and we're not. Okay? Sometimes we think we're being consistent in something and we're not. And that can be the determining factor as if, a goal of ours is going to work out. If you set out to lose 50 pounds, right? And you've been wanting to lose 50 pounds, you feel more motivated than ever to lose 50 pounds, and you're just really dedicated to losing 50 pounds. Okay, that's great. I'm happy for you. But are you consistently working towards losing those 50 pounds every single day, right? Are you consistently eating under your calories every single day? Are you consistently drinking your water every single day? Are you consistently doing some type of activity every single day? Maybe you're not going to the gym every day, but are you still going on that walk? Are you still, just doing something to move your body? Are you doing that every single day? Or are you just kind of doing it here and there, but you're not truly dedicated like you should be if you really wanted to lose those 50 pounds? See, you got to think about that. Sometimes the reason things aren't working out isn't necessarily because it's not supposed to work out, but because we're not putting in the real effort to make sure that it works out. Okay, if you want to start that business, are you really doing every single thing that you can do every single day to make sure that that business is getting started and generating money? Or are you kind of bullshitting with it? Are you coming up with excuses? Are you procrastinating? Are you not educating yourself on everything you need to educate yourself on to start a business? Are you educating yourself on marketing? Are you educating yourself on growing your social media platforms? Are you educating yourself in making content that's going to actually target the audience that you want to target? See, you got to ask yourself these questions when you're not getting the results that you want. Yes, things take time. Everything that you want takes time. If you want to fix your credit, most of the time it's going to take some time, 3 months, 6 months, depending on if you don't have credit, if you have bad credit, but eventually, if you do what you're supposed to do on your end, it's going to work out. If it doesn't work out, if you don't lose that weight, was it really because you aren't supposed to lose weight, or is it because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing to lose weight? I want you to ask yourself that. And at the end of the day, you're the only one that can answer that for you. I can't answer that for you. I know in my own life, there have been things in the past that I really wanted to do, or so I thought. And now here I am today reflecting back on those things and realizing that the reason why it didn't work isn't necessarily because it wasn't supposed to work, but because I wasn't putting forth the effort to make sure that it worked. Okay. I believe that a lot of things we can control. We can't control other people, but we can control ourselves. Okay. I believe that if you give something your all day in and day out, every single day, it will work. It'll work. It will work. You have to be patient, yes. You have to be consistent. You have to be disciplined. You have to persevere, right? There's going to be lots of days where it doesn't seem like it's working, but it is. But you don't see the results yet. Same with weight loss. You might be in that caloric deficit. You might be exercising. You might be drinking all of your water. You might be getting all of your sleep. And you don't necessarily see the weight loss in front of you, or you might not even see it on the scale yet. But it's coming. Eventually, if you keep going, if you keep being consistent, you will see those results. You will see the pounds come off. Same if you're trying to get in shape. You're not going to see how much better in shape you've become in 4 days, right? You're not going to see it. Maybe not even a week. But eventually, you'll start to notice changes. You'll start to see that you don't get tired as quickly. You'll start to see that you're getting stronger. You'll start to see and feel the changes of getting into better shape. But it doesn't happen overnight, right? And if you're not consistent with exercising, if you're not consistent with eating right, if you're not consistent with getting enough sleep, you're not going to get into better shape. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't want you to feel defeated. I don't want you to feel like you're giving it your all and you're not seeing the results quick enough. I think that we live in a microwave society where if something doesn't work in 2 hours, then it's no good. One of the things that I can say that I learned on my weight loss journey, for those of y'all who are new to my channel, I've lost 115 pounds with no weight loss surgery, no appetite suppressants, just strictly eating better, exercising, and changing my mindset. And the biggest lesson I learned in the 2 years that I've been on my weight loss and fitness journey is patience. I was a very impatient person before I started. I wanted everything so quick. I didn't really want to work for too much of anything. I didn't enjoy things being hard. I just wasn't mentally strong. Since being on these journeys these past few years, I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot of patience, and I've learned a lot about consistency. And consistency is the key to everything. And there were plenty of weeks, along the way where I felt like I was being consistent and I just did not see the scale move. And that taught me that even if you don't see the results right away, or when you feel like you should see those results, that doesn't mean that it's not working. You have to keep going. Sometimes you have to just put your head down, ignore the distractions, ignore the noise, and just keep doing what you're doing. And eventually, one day, one day, it'll all work out for you. But I want you guys to understand that what's meant for you is for you. Nothing can be taken from you. Nothing that's not supposed to happen will not happen, okay? It'll work out. And, back to talking about, you know, friendships or relationships or familial relationships, whatever. I just want you to not put so much energy into trying to work on something that isn't working. You can control yourself, but you can't control other people. Okay, so far the examples that I've given you, trying to lose weight, trying to start a business, changing careers, going back to school, saving for a house, those goals, those are things that you can control, right? Because it's all you. It's not about anyone else but you, right? You have to lose weight if you want to. You have to be the one to buckle down and, focus on your business. It's you, right? When it comes to dealing with, things that involve other people, I don't want you to exert too much energy into something if the other person isn't trying to meet you halfway. At that point, it's only 50% you, and it has to be 50% the other person. And if they're not willing to change to make the relationship work, if they're not willing to see their role in why things aren't working the way that they're working, if they're not willing to accept accountability for the things that they've done that may have hurt you, then you have to understand that what's meant for you is not going to consume you in a toxic and negative way, okay? Life is too short to be stressing over people, okay? And sometimes it's going to hurt because maybe you thought this person was your forever. Maybe you've been friends with this person for, I don't know, 10 years, 20 years, right? Maybe it's someone you just met a few months ago. Whatever the case may be, I want you to spend more time focusing on yourself than focusing on trying to make a relationship work, okay? I think relationships should flow. Yeah, like I said, things are going to be hard. Everyone's not going to always agree. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be some butting of heads, right? But as long as both parties can respect each other, as long as both parties can be held accountable, as long as both parties, are genuine, they genuinely want the relationship to work, then it will work. But when you're the only one trying, when you're the only one putting forth effort, when you're the only one that's, giving it your all and the other person isn't reciprocating that, then that's what I mean by you should let it go for now. Maybe that person's not in a space to give you what you're looking for. Maybe they're not capable of being that good friend to you like you are to them. Some people just aren't ready to be that type of friend. Some people are selfish. Some people are just not genuine. And, you're taking a lot of time away from yourself when you focus so much on trying to make that relationship work. And again, this could go for friendships, relationships, partnerships, situationships, whatever it is. You can't be the only person trying. All right? You are a beautiful person. You are an amazing person, and you have so much potential in you, but you're never going to see that potential if you're constantly giving your energy to a relationship that's just not working. Okay? And, I've I've dealt with that in the past, trying to make friendships work and, trying to be that good friend, that person that calls and checks in, that person who's always giving, that person who's genuine. But if that's not met with the same reciprocation, then you're really just in a friendship with yourself. You know what I mean? You really are. It takes two people to make a friendship work. It takes two people to make a relationship work. And if that other person isn't trying, then I encourage you to let it go for now until that person can be in a space to give you what it is that you need. Okay? But I'm big on focusing on yourself. I'm big on that. I spent way too many years focusing on other people and trying to please other people that I neglected myself. And these past few years, since I've put myself first, since I've been so focused on me, I've accomplished so much. And that's because I stopped giving my attention to others in other situations and solely devoted my attention to me. Okay? And you can do it too. And it's hard and it's going to hurt you if you're dealing, with trying to make a relationship work. It will hurt. It's going to hurt. But I promise you, it always works out. It always works out. It always works out. And we can use another example. There have been plenty of times, especially on my entrepreneurship journey, where, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to pay this bill, how I'm going to pay that bill, because, everything that I'm doing is getting put back into the business. Sometimes it just feels like the business is just draining me of all of my money, right? It always works out. It always works out. There has yet to be a month where it didn't work out. And, a lot of times people think that starting a business means you're going to be filthy rich and you're going to go on these lavish trips and you're going to drive the most lavish cars and you're just going to have the biggest house on the hill and it's just going to be great. You're going to have all these friends around and life is just going to be smooth sailing. I am here to tell you that is not true. That is not true at all. I don't know what the future holds, right? That's the goal at some point in life. But one thing that I learned is in order to get to that point, you have to be about 20 years deep. You literally have to be about 20 years deep into that to start to see those type of rewards. But you guys, the first few years of starting a business is hard. It's hard. It's hard financially, it's hard mentally, it's hard physically. It's just it's so hard, and I don't think people talk about that enough when, you know, people just think that you have all this money and you don't have to put any money into your business. But your business just makes money. No money goes in, it just makes money, and you just have all this money to give, you have all this money to spend. And, you know, I think that has been a reason as to why I've lost a lot of friends over the years, is because people think that I have all this money and I don't have, you know, any bills. I don't have to put anything back into my business. I don't have any responsibilities, and they start to think that I'm responsible for them. I'm responsible for this. I'm responsible for that. Oh, I should be paying the bill because I make this, or oh, I should be able to do this because you guys, that's not how entrepreneurship works, especially the first few years. But one thing I will tell you is I know that it's going to work out. I know that I show up for me and my business every single day. I know that I bust my ass and I hustle, and I know that eventually, I don't know when that day will come, but I know that eventually it will work. It will work. So just keep your head up. Try your best not to let negative thoughts seep into your mind. The better you feel about yourself, the better things will be. You know, and again, it's hard to always keep that positive mindset. It's very hard when you want certain things to work out at a certain time and it hasn't. But just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep focusing on being a better version of you. Okay, just, you know, analyze how yesterday went. See what you could do to improve it so that today can be a better day. And if you're around people who are draining you, who make you feel bad, who, you know, just make you feel less than, I encourage you to remove them from your life, because it's not worth it. That type of energy is not worth space in your head. It's really not. And again, it's hard to let people go, especially if you love them, care about them, whatever. But it's about you. It's about you. This moment, this era of my life is solely focused on Jasmine and just being a better version of myself every single day. I spent a lot of my 20s worrying about other people and what they thought about me and trying to people please. And, you know, that got me absolutely nowhere. This is the first time in my life where I've been the most successful. And I'm not even just talking about monetary wise, just the most successful physically, mentally. Mental health is the new wealth. And how you feel about yourself every single day is how you'll treat others and is how you'll treat yourself. So keep all of that in mind. I promise you it will work out. It always works out. Even if something doesn't get paid, it always works out, okay? You know, just do what makes you happy. Focus on your goals. Put everything you have into it. Know that all you can control is you. You can't control other people. And just focus on you. Just focus on you, and if you have kids, focus on your kids, and just let go of all that background noise. It's not worth it, okay? I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm about to hit the gym. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me this morning, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.